Welcome into another episode of Coffee and Conversation with Coach Tony. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay, Brian. How you doing?
I am great, thank you. So, Coach, I just want to ask you, we're in like the middle of, or towards the end of the season now, the grind part of the season for student athletes. I was just wondering, what is something that people from the outside really don't understand a Division I college athlete goes through on a day-to-day basis, or maybe something that they may know, but you think is really underappreciated that these girls go through on a day-to-day basis?
Wow. I'd probably say the time management and what their bodies go through. So balancing your time. It's not they just show up for practice and games and that's it. Mm-hmm. You know, there's video involved. There's strength and conditioning. There's treatment. So a lot of things are going on. This time of year, after so many games, after 16, 17 games, the body's beat up. So they're going in once a day, twice a day to get treatment with our trainers, our athletic training staff. The time they have to put in to make sure the bodies are ready to go with the next game, next training session. I don't think people understand that while you're balancing out 12 to 15 hours of college courses as well. Okay. So your classes, you're doing tutoring sessions, you're doing study hall, treatment. I don't think people understand the rigors of a Division I athlete, the commitment, the time it takes. Throw in their community service projects, a social life. That's very impressive how they balance everything. And then second part would be the physicality, the beating the body takes. Any sport you play, there's contact, obviously, whether it's football, basketball, soccer. The physical contact over the course from early August until end of October, it takes its toll. Yeah. And to stay mentally strong enough to keep going through it and enduring more is impressive to see for a Division I athlete.
Going back to your playing days, I'm wondering, did you have a certain number that you always had to have? Were you like superstitious, or was it just whatever number I got, it was just fine with me?
Well, I'm an old person, so back in the day, goalkeepers were either 0 or 1, you know, okay, yeah. And now you have 99 and 88, yeah. But I knew I was going to be 0 or 1. Yeah. Typically, it didn't bother me. I'm not superstitious. I don't think, if I have a certain number, I'm going to play better. Yeah. If that was the case, I'd have won many World Cups and many titles. To me, it's just a number. I at times laugh when our girls win a specific number, and then we give it to them. We kind of have fun with them. Oh, your number so-and-so, but you didn't score what you scored today. What's the reason why? So, but I get the fixation with certain players and their number. I understand that. But for me, it was about the name in the front, not the back.
Yeah. What's something that you love to do growing up, but now you just like can't stand, or something that just like bothers you nowadays that you're older?
Man, what I liked to do when I was younger, I enjoyed just the freedom of just being a kid, I guess you'd say. There was no worries, no stressors. You didn't have to do anything. Nothing correlates to that. What I dislike now is paying bills. All right. But as a kid, you understand time. You can stay up all night and get up the next day and play again or go to school and have fun. Now there's consequences. Yeah. I stay up too late watching a video or watching a show, and my body's going to hurt the next morning. Yeah. So that's probably the biggest thing I would say is understanding how important sleep is as you get older, for your body to recover. And I enjoy just, to be honest, being a kid and having fun and having no responsibilities. Yeah. That now I have responsibilities to my family, to my wife, to my kids, to the program. That's the hardest part about being a grown-up.
Is there something that your kids just like hate to do, like whether it's chores or something that you're like reminisce back, like, oh, I remember when like I had to do that growing up? I'm like,
both.
Not jealous of them.
Our older two kids do not like chores. We try. They're both very active. They're both playing sports at school and in club. To not give too much, Holly, my wife, does a really good job of managing a lot for them. And she tries to limit their amount they have to do, but still they could do more. But in today's time with social media and phones, they get distracted easily. But probably chores what the kids like the least to do, and plus cleaning toilets. When they get in trouble, you got to clean toilets. That's probably the thing they don't like.
That's not fun.
That's not fun at all. That's not fun.
So you mentioned earlier that you're watching Suits. I just want to get an update on where you're at with the show. Have you finished it? What episode are you on? And just thoughts on the show.
Yeah, I finished it. I thought it was awesome. I was confused at first because I think it was first 7 seasons or 8 seasons was on Netflix. I thought it was over. Then I was told that's not how it ends. So I found it on Peacock, and then I watched it last season. I enjoyed it. Good show. I know it's not real life, but it really keeps you in. It's like a good book, you'd say, just as a page turner. I just kept watching show after show on the bus. So I have finished Suits. I'm excited and looking forward to my next show.
If you had to be a character in the show, who would you be and why?
Oh, there's only one person. That'd be Harvey Specter.
He's a choice.
He's just I can't say it. He's just a bad dude. He just gets stuff done. Intelligent, smart, confident, dresses well, lives on the edge a little bit. With a little bit of the law and order. So that's who I'd be, Harvey Specter.
Halloween coming up here soon. Just wondering what are your kids? Have your kids decided what they're going to be for Halloween yet? And then what's a costume that you've seen recently that you really thought was impressive and impressed you when you saw it?
So I have a 16-year-old son. I don't think he'll dress up. I think he's at the age now where he's too cool to dress up. I think he'll walk his little brother around. And then our daughter, she's 14. She's a freshman. I don't think she'll dress up. I think she'll be also tag teaming, taking our little son around the neighborhood. He wants to be, he can't make his mind. So he has an astronaut costume. He has a Spider-Man costume. He has a clown costume. That's one thing I'll say Holly does a good job of. She really makes sure he has options. And I'm leaning towards the astronaut costume. I think that's pretty cool. He'll probably want the more scary clown costume or some kind of creepy dinosaur. Costumes that I've seen, it wasn't recently, but one of the best costumes I saw was Jim Tressel, the old Ohio State football coach. I saw a kid, it must have been 8 years old, dressed in slacks, the traditional red vest, sweater, white undershirt, white button down, the red tie. His hair was combed over with the painted silver. He had the whistle, the stopwatch. That was pretty impressive.
Not a detail missing.
Not a detail missing. Minus the age and height, not a detail missing. That was really impressive. Another one I thought was pretty... And when I see kids dressed up as presidents, whether it's Joe Biden or whether it's Donald Trump, I think it's pretty cool to see the kids dressed in those costumes. And then another one more recently, when I see a really detailed or freaky, scary, creepy clown, I give them props for the detail on the face paint, all that kind of stuff.
Do you like to give out the variety pack candy, or are you going king size or just regular size? What kind of candy are we giving out here?
Listen, if it was up to my wife, we'd give everybody the king size candy and give them the best candy. I'm a little bit more, I'd say frugal, but hey, listen, no, we don't give bite-sized candy. We do a good job. I think Holly gets... She wants the candy that our kids might eat. So we're not going to buy the value pack of candy that nobody's going to eat because when it's left at our house, we throw it away. Yeah. So she wants to buy the Kit Kats or Snickers or Hershey's or Skittles that our kids might eat. And we're big on, listen, if we give it, let's give it the snack size. Don't give the bite size or fun size where it's one bite and it's gone. So we'll have a good assortment of candy, varied up a little bit.
So kids won't be mad when they come to your house.
Oh,
no, they'll be happy.
No. Holly's good with the holidays, and we'll always have plenty of candy. So if you need candy, come to our neighborhood. We'll have lots of candy.
Are you guys a house that decorates for Halloween, or is that not something you like to do?
Yeah, Holly's done a phenomenal job. The outside, we got spiders, we got spider webs, we got skeletons, we got ghosts, flowers, mums, inside's all decorated with pumpkins and skeletons and Halloween themes. So she does a really good job, which is nice. Anytime you live in a house for a duration, you want to change the seasons, change the scenery. So it's nice to see this kind of theme, and then it'll be Christmas theme, and then it'll be springtime and Easter. So it's cool to see. But she does a really good job, and our house is decorated really nice. It's welcoming. So when the kids come up, it's not a scary one of those scary houses that have the big creepy skeletons. It's warm and welcoming for the little ones to come on in.
Going back to soccer here, last regular season game here coming up Sunday at the Citadel. Just want to get your thoughts on playing the Citadel and how important would it be to go into the SoCon tournament with a win here?
Yeah, anytime you play the Citadel with us, because the history we had in the last 10 years being our travel partner, it's always a rivalry game. It's a tough game. Mm-hmm. Those kids are military kids. They're wired differently. Their mental state is really strong with the things they go through in preseason boot camp and then going into soccer. So I applaud what they go through, those girls. It's a tough one because, it's always been a tough game for us. And they've done a phenomenal job there. For us, we're playing really well, Brian. We haven't had the results of the last 3 games, unfortunately, but how we've played, it has been phenomenal. We've been really good. We've scored in every game minus the very first game of the season, so that's pretty impressive. Go back 18 games now, 19 we've scored in every single game minus 1, the very first game of the season against Evansville. But the only issue we have at times is just that mental lapse. Is just we shoot ourselves in the foot. We dominate a team. We don't put the ball in the back of the net, hit the post, hit the crossbar. Keeper makes a big save, and for some reason, just something doesn't go our way in the back, and we concede a goal. And it's not like it was one mistake. It was like 2 or 3 little mistakes that led to kind of a goal. Like, oh my gosh, that was the first shot in 70 minutes, and they scored it. So our goal is in going to Citadel is to keep playing well, how we've been playing. And hopefully at some point this spell, whatever's going on, will break and give us momentum into the conference tournament. Result, obviously, you want to win. But our girls know we're playing really well. We had a really good session today. They had Monday and Tuesday off. Today we got after it. They had a really good session. And after losing 3 consecutive games, to see that energy and how in tune they were with the session was good to see. We feel really good. We feel we can come out on top on Sunday. We play really well going into next week's tournament. That we can hopefully knock anybody off. So it's important for us just to, I think, from a mental state to come out and play well and hopefully get the result. And if not, we all start 0-0-0 next week in the conference tournament. So if you get the win, it's great. If you don't, but you're playing well, that's good. But we don't want us to lay an egg and not play well at all. And that kind of leads into next week's training session.
Coach, we appreciate the time and good luck on Sunday.
Hey, thanks, and go Bears.